right, so now we're gonna get into the second two. So now, oh. That's interesting. So we just tasted, I just realized what we just tasted was, yeah, okay, so we just tasted, so now we're gonna get to the second two. So we just tasted the Tuzhong from the core location and a new tea from the core location. Now we're gonna do Tuzhong or local variety from the normal location, the average location, and new variety from the average location. So starting with Tuzhong from the average location. So this is going to represent a lot of Hou Keng, Hou Kui. This is going to represent the majority of what's on the market, flavor-wise and all that. Yeah, and you can kind of see it. It looks a little thinner, it looks a little flimsy. It looks okay, but you know, it's by no means the highest quality. It's eh. This is the, I don't know what that character is. This is a different variety. This is a new, so this is a new Pinjong. This is the new variety. This is the new variety. New variety of the basic location. So actually, I misspoke. This is what's going to make up a lot of the. This is what's going to make. Oh yeah. You ready for this? Okay. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. We're gonna learn something today. We're gonna talk about something today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you ready? You ready for what we're about to do here? We are still in the realm of Hou Kui. But we're getting toward the end, one end of the spectrum, and not the good end. Let's compare it with the Tuzhong, the local variety. You know, this is the difference. If you're not really seeing what I'm seeing, first of all, notice how thinner this guy is, how much more folded it is, how much it's. I'll try and do a clip later, but how it's just folded over nicely. It's tighter, it's holding together tighter. This one's just flatter. It's flatter, it's, I don't know. So the thing that, as I try not to go down this hole again, so here we have new variety, lowland fields, the basics Hou Kui. This is the ultimate majority of Hou Kui on the market. Still not Bu Jian. And a lot of people will, a lot of people will say, oh no, Bu Jian is just a lower quality Hou Kui. Like, no, this is what a lower quality Hou Kui looks like. This is what it looks like. You know, this is still Hou Kui, it's still from Hou Keng, it's still, you know, made by people. The people who made this tea probably also make high mountain teas, you know, the good stuff. The same family will make different levels. This is the lower quality stuff. And one day in the next month or so, I'm going to Huangshan. I'm going to do a video on Bu Jian, and I have an idea. We're going to get to the bottom of this Bu Jian shit. This is not Bu Jian. Some people will call it Bu Jian. This is not Bu Jian. Bu Jian is not this. I am more than willing to get in another argument about this again. This is not Bu Jian. This is Hou Kui. Hou Kui is not Bu Jian. Bu Jian is not Hou Kui. Let's taste some teas. Just by the smell, I am super not excited. you know, smooth actually. The body's a little thick. Bok choy, spinach. Really, really, actually, some clear, kind of steamed veggie notes, and very clear in those notes. Actually, you know, gotta give credit where credit is due. This one's a little. This one's a little, has a little bit more that sharpness, that crispness to it. A little bit more of the peanut, a little bit more of like what actually I look for in Hou Kui. You know, a little bit of that peas and kind of chestnut and strength and sharpness to it. This one's soft, sweet, thick. I've forgotten which one. I remember which one's which. I was like, I forgot which one's which. And I looked at the leaf and I go, oh, this one's much bigger than the other one. Soft, sweet, but not particularly anything, really. Once again, very agreeable. Not really going to offend anybody. No one's really going to dislike it. But, you know, it's like a person that no one dislikes. No one's really going to really like them. You know, someone with a bland personality, you're not going to dislike them, but you're not really going to want to spend that much time with them. You're kind of going to want to be like, okay, we can go home now. Notice, once again, you can't really tell on the camera, but so if we're talking about color of liquid, there's two things you want at the same time. It's very easy to get one or the other. You want it to be clear, but also fluorescent. And so what we saw in the last section, the last tasting, the last double, there was one of the teas that was clear. Both of the teas were clear, but only one was fluorescent. If you look at this tea is very fluorescent, but it's not very clear. It's kind of got this yellowy, hazy, kind of like a neon sign, but the liquid part of the sign. It's a little too thick. Oh, it's terrible. It's really, really bad. Oh, okay, done. Not touching those anymore. Oh my God. Ugh. Really, especially this one, not clean, not clean, no structure, no beginning of flavor, no end of flavor, just kind of everywhere. Really not pleasant. This one is kind of like empty. You know, it's okay, there's a little bit of vegetables, there's a little bit of this, there's a little bit of that, but it's not particularly like, there's no Hou Kui-ness of this at all. It's just kind of bland, it's just kind of yeah, it's really not good. I'm now seeing that the camera's tilted, but it's okay because we're about to finish up. And yeah, that's what you're gonna get with the lower level teas. It's just they become more bland. You know, my favorite tea of this tasting was this one in the last section, where it was just had the most notes, had the most things happening. Now this one last section was pretty good too. It was the most interesting to drink, we'll say it that way. It was the most unique. It had notes that some people may not like, but like in a good way, in the sense that it was more clear on who it was. These, there's nothing there. You know, it's just kind of a green tea. It's a green tea made out of a long leaf. Yeah.